Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahmoud Akbar Afridi, and today in this video I will be telling you about that how do many businesses try to save their taxes. Taxes are being taken mainly in the western countries like America, United Kingdoms, and Australia, many more like this. But if we will talk about Asia and the Middle East and some countries like this, over there we also have tax. It isn't like that we don't have any tax over there. We have over there tax, but comparatively from western country world, there is less tax, fortunately for the businessmen. Okay, so first of all, in if we talk about Dubai, why do many businessmen nowadays chose Dubai to invest their money over there? Is because over there the taxes are almost zero in many places, and somewhere it is like just 20%, 10%, or 5%. Like for example, if you buy a property in America, so the tax over there might be 40%, but if we talk about Dubai, so in Dubai might be the tax would be only 2%, could be 5%, but not more than that, which is very less. Then if we talk about for example about Saudi Arabia, so over there I think the same is like if not 10%, just like Dubai, so it might be 20%, which is very less than America. So this is why people use try to invest their monies in these countries. But still, if you might think that there are thousands of businesses that are being run in the United States, United Kingdoms, and many countries like this. So yes, obviously they are run over there because they are making profit. Now let me tell you how do these businessmen try to save their uh, how do they try to save their taxes. First of all, they try to save their taxes while they never keep or never show that their company has been into profit. They always keep their money in terms of stocks. Like for example, there's a company Tesla, and Elon Musk is its owner, and he have a net worth of 1.3 trillion, for example, and the government ask him to pay tax, but he will show to the government that I have no liquid money, I don't have any assets in terms of he might do something like which will make him a non-asset person, like he will not own anything. For example, he might live his life while taking debt from the banks, and it is very possible. For example, I am there, I'm a businessman and I'm owning a company. So what I will do is that I will go buy stocks of my own company, and I will keep them as an asset in banks. And over there, the government will not ask me for tax. Okay, and the on the other hand, if some people have to pay tax at any cost, like there are many businesses who have to pay then, because the government knows and they can't keep their stocks with themselves. So then what they do, they, for example, a person is there and his annual tax is about $80,000. So what he do is that sometimes they buy a car, or they buy something which is sometimes depreciating asset, or sometimes it is like this which is non-recognizable. For example, he might buy a watch. You might think at this point that why don't they buy property, because property is a very common thing, and everybody in the whole world, when they earn money, so the first asset they want to buy is a plot, any commercial land, anything like that. It could be any kind of property, a flat, apartment, studio, or high rise buildings, like many things to get. So what the government have said, that you have to buy that you have to pay tax, which is known as property tax. Sometimes it is called, yes, property tax, that you have to pay then. So instead of what these rich people do, what these businessmen do, that instead of buying property on that money, they buy a car, that could be a G-Wagon, a Rolls Royce, anything like that. And sometimes a car is a depreciating asset, but still they do buy that, so it could so they could save their money. And they could, like for example, instead of giving today I gave $80,000 to to my government, So instead, so all of my 80,000 is completely gone. I would not accept that it will return. So instead, if I will buy a G wagon, so at least after 5 years, if I am going to sell it, it might get $68,000, but still in return I will get my $68,000. The loss will be of $12,000 only. But on the other hand, as I said, there would be $80,000, so people would like to face $12,000 instead of directly $80,000. That's why they buy cars. So, and the one who buy watches, that is a really good investment, because watches, the price of the watches get extends, like it increases. It is an appreciating asset. Like if for example I talk about Patek, or I talk about Richard Mill or anything like that, so it price will always go up because of their uniqueness, because of their limited editions and something like that. So this is all about how people do save taxes. If for example we talk about a country that is nowadays very famous for its luxury life and zero tax, that is named as Monaco. In Monaco there is no tax. So why do, if you will see, so the people in that country, they buy property, they buy good cars, good watches, because they have to not pay any property tax, no income tax. So that's why they are easy to buy, and this is how these people save their taxes. Thank you for listening.